Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Bald Weeb here, and today we are continuing our series to find the most degenerate of manga of all time. And today's manga is going to be one called Rakujitsu no Pathos, or I believe it translates to Sunset of Passion, which does not fit this manga whatsoever. Now, if you were to ask me to sum this manga up in like one word or less, I would say tease, because that's all that ever happens is teasing. Nothing but teasing and blue balls happen in this manga for about, I think there's 86 chapters, so 86 chapters of that, and the farthest that ever happens is first base. It's like they're still in high school. So let me give you the rundown of the story. I'm not going to spoil too much of it, just enough to get you guys interested so that you guys can go read it for yourself. So it all starts with our main character, that goddamn Fujiwara kid, and he is a manga artist living in his own apartment, and his apartment is really cheap. He has no neighbors because the apartment building is getting torn down in about 2 years, so he has to be gonzo by then. And in his apartment is where he works out. Now that's where he draws all the manga. He also has an assistant, and her name is Masami. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Now these two definitely do have some romantic feelings towards each other, and it's like shown in like the first couple chapters. But that all comes to a screeching halt the day the day his ex-teacher decides to move in right next to him. Now this like Will Smith's his life. It turns it upside down because back in high school he had some hardcore feelings for his teacher. He even confessed at one point, and he groped her when she was in the nurse's office at one point. So it is safe to say that he definitely did have the hots for his teacher. But ever since that incident where he confessed, he really kind of forgot about her and hasn't heard of her since, until this day when she moves right next to him. But here's the thing, she is married. Yes, she does have a husband, so you would think naturally, you know, everything's off right there and things are just going to continue as two normal neighbors would. Well, that's where you're wrong, because this manga definitely does approach the NTR category. I would say it dances on that line the entire time, and there's really no plot behind this manga at all. I mean, there is, but it's so loose and just not there. All that's really happening is Fujiwara is trying to just make manga. He brings in a couple of other assistants. Him and Masami actually do get it on at one point, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's back it up. So after his teacher moves in right next door, that's when all these feelings that he had start to resurface. And it does not help that, you know, in Japan, walls are paper thin. He can hear everything that is going on next door. Now, this woman is married. What do you think two married people do? They spit on the Bible and slap God in the face. They have the SEX. Now, Fujiwara can hear this, and he ends up spying on them multiple times. Now, the teacher, who is named Yuki Mikado, I'm just going to call her Yuki for short, she has no idea that he can hear her until one day when she can hear him and his assistant working, and she kind of all puts it together, and that is the straw that broke the camel's back. That is when everything kind of started for these two. And ever since that incident when she realized that he could hear her, she kind of liked that. She enjoyed it a little bit, and she kind of starts trying to put herself into these positions where her and Fujiwara can be alone and together, and they never cross any bases though. The farthest they ever get is first base, and it's been 86 chapters. When I say it's a tease, I mean it's a tease. But they do get handsy and they do get to look. And that's pretty much the farthest they go. In 86 chapters, no real plot at all. First base is the farthest they go, which is hand stuff. But there is some actual, as Dennis from It's Always Sunny would say, full penetration. But it's between her and her husband and Fujiwara and Masami. But between the sensei and the former student, nothing really goes on. And they kind of just tease each other back and forth every time her husband is away on business. And that's where the NTR kind of comes in. And that's really all there is to it. It's just the story of a guy living next to his former teacher whose husband is away, and he's a manga artist, and that's really it. The story doesn't really go anywhere. Like, you'll get some other side characters coming in to help Fujiwara with his manga, but other than that, that's pretty much all that happened. It's not good, but for some reason I keep reading it. It's because it keeps teasing you. It keeps edging you there to think that maybe something's actually going to happen this time, but nothing ever does. So despite saying all that, I'm invested. I'm going to keep reading. And you know, the icing on the cake is the author who made this also makes a shit ton of hentai. So, you know, that's just a win. So check it out if you want. I didn't really spoil too much. I mean, there's really not much to spoil. It's really weird. There'll be like 3 to 4 chapters of like nonstop titties, and then for like the next 5, nothing happens, and then they'll go back. It's just they flip-flop back and forth. So if you're into teasing and just getting slapped in the face whenever a new chapter actually does come out, this one is definitely for you. I'm not a huge fan of NTR. I despise it, but With this one, I can kind of look past it. So I will leave the name and the author down there below, so if you'd like to join the degenerate squad like me, you can check it out, and also hit that subscribe and the bell notification. Only true degenerates are allowed on this channel. Help your boy out. This channel is not monetized, so I'm doing this all for free. So help your boy out by leaving a like and spreading the videos around, and follow me on all my little social medias I have down there below. And also check out my OnlyFans, onlyfans.com/crazyrabbit. If you like my channel's mascot, we have a lot of nudes on the OnlyFans of her, so check that out. And that's all I got. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.